All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, what's up, Jenny? Can you hear me now? They're saying no sound. Are we good now? Thumbs up. You good? Great. Great. I think you can hear me. We Gucci. My folks on IG, we Gucci. Great. I want to make sure everybody hears me. Hey, what's up, Brandy? Good morning to you. What's up, Jenny? What's up, Darlene? Everybody can hear me? Great. 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 We'll get started in just a couple minutes. Just give a little bit, couple of minutes so a few more people can come in here. And then I want to share with you something that happened to me yesterday. And you might find it humorous. The wife and I have been cracking up. Um, Yesterday was a long day. After getting the workout in, I just collapsed and went to sleep. And I told her when I woke up this morning, we've been cracking up about it ever since. But there's a lesson. You know me, I'm always looking for an opportunity to teach. And grab a seat, grab a seat, youngster. We're going to teach the youngsters this morning. We're going to teach the youngsters this morning. So tag a brother who you think may get something out of this. All right. Good morning to you. Good morning. Okay, we good? We good? What's up, Darlene? What's up, Brandy? What's up, Samantha? What's up, Jerome? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I don't have a whole lot of time because it's going to be a very busy day. Just to let you know, we're on IG, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and you can check this out. I know it's not my normal time, but you can check us out there. Hold on, I might even do something like this, right? I might even put this. Man, I think we're gonna go everywhere with this. We're gonna put this up on Sin Digital too. I want as many people to hear this and see this as possible because we're gonna teach the youngsters. Grab a seat, youngster. Grab a seat, youngster. We're going to teach you today. So let's give it a couple of minutes. Hope you're doing well. And then I'll get straight into it. Let's let a few more people come into the stream and then we'll get straight into it. All right. And you might find this hilarious. Either way, it'll be a learning opportunity for somebody out there. We're going to teach them. Each one teach one this morning. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Samantha? Thank you for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. A lot of people on YouTube. A lot of people on YouTube. Okay. Matter of fact, everybody's on YouTube right now. That's cool. That's cool. But now we got it up on Facebook as well. I think Facebook notifications will be going out. So let's just give it a couple more minutes here. Couple more minutes. We're gonna get straight into it. This is a real life situation that just happened yesterday. It just happened yesterday, and I want to share it with you. All right. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And really, and for the ladies, I really want to know how you would handle this situation. Like, I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then I want to know what you would do in this situation. Like, I'm wondering, would you be impressed by this? Like, I'm very, very curious. So, again, let's just get a couple more minutes and we'll get things started. We got a few people on IG. I've never gone live on IG before. This is about brand new for me. Hey, what's up, Akeem? What's up? So, people are getting a notification on Facebook, okay? And we got to cover some ground today. We got to cover some ground today. So, let's get into it. We'll just give it a couple more minutes, just a couple more minutes for people to find us, especially on IG. My people on IG. I never go live on IG. Maybe I'll do it more. But I want to make sure as many people can hear this because I think it's an important message that is timeless. It's a timeless message. I don't care what your age is, although age is a factor in it, but I don't care what your age is. This is going to be a timeless message. And I want all the youngsters, all the young brothers to grab a seat. I'm holding class today. Professor Ivy. Got to do what I got to do. What's up, Lisa? Oh, absolutely, Lisa. Oh, for sure. You already know. I've been there. Jerome Rice just got the notice on Facebook. Great. That means that other people are gonna get it. Akeem Rice, this must be deep for Nate to go live on Saturday. I don't know, man. Maybe it is, bro. I don't know. But I've been having some fun with it in my own head. And I thought, let me do a video about it. And I'm hoping that all the people involved will see this video. That's what I'm hoping. But y'all ready for this? Let me get into it. No reason to keep spending any more time on it. But I want to share something that happened to me just yesterday. And then ladies, and even the fellas, but first the ladies, I want to know what you think about it and how you would handle the situation. There it is. The numbers, more people are finding the stream. Do me a favor and share this on all the Facebook groups, like all the social Facebook groups on Cincinnati and greater Cincinnati area. Because what I'm hoping is that all the people involved will see this video. I think it's very, very important. I want you to see this video. It means a whole lot. So just take a little time and share it. Thank you for being here. And again, I'm going to get straight into it. And it goes like this. So yesterday, I was out and about. I actually met a female friend of mine who we are actually working on a business endeavor together. I met her out at a local bar. And I met her over in Walnut Hills, the Esoteric bar in Walnut Hills. Shout out to Esoteric. It's a great place, and the service, the bartenders are really, really nice, and they took care of me and took care of us, and it was a good time. We talked for about 3 hours. Met over there yesterday afternoon about 2, and we didn't leave until about 5:30 p.m. And we sat at the bar, and as you know, I don't drink, so I got a temple, and she got whatever she got, and we just chopped it up. Just to give you some backstory, so you can kind of visualize all of this. My female friend is attractive. She's in her early 30s, and she's attractive. You know, the kind of woman that, like, most men, I guess, when you walk into a room, depending on your taste, would probably notice her. So I'll give her props on that. But y'all already know I'm married, and our relationship is platonic and business oriented. So we have been talking about a business endeavor for a long time, and it just we sometimes you got to meet and just nail things down. So we had a good conversation. Like I talked, we talked for about 30 minutes. I mean, about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, maybe. Good conversation that was kind of weaving in and out of our business endeavor and also just, things. And good conversation. And she and I know each other. We're friendly, and we've known each other before this. So, we were comfortable. We had a good little time, and we sat next to each other. There wasn't a lot of people over at Esoteric yesterday afternoon. It wasn't busy at all when we were there, and there were a few people that were like sitting at different tables. It's very spacious, and I like that. A lot of these bars in Cincinnati, you go in there and it's like a little tiny little, it's like a little silo, like a rocket ship. You got this much room in it, but Esoteric is really, really big. And even though I don't drink, I've been there to a couple of occasions, and I've always had a good time. I feel comfortable there. So shout out to them again. So we're talking, having conversation. My back is actually to the front door because I'm not worried about who comes in the door. I feel comfortable in all situations. So we having a conversation. We talking to one another, and we laughing, whatever the hell we doing about whatever was going on. And I really was oblivious to anything else that was going on, other than the bartenders. We had a black female bartender, she was great, and a white female bartender, she was great. There was one brother that walked past us and said hello. Some black people speak, some people don't. And I remembered afterward, because I didn't really remember at the time, but I remember afterward that there was a couple of brothers, I don't know, 30ish, that walked past us a couple times. One brother I could tell was probably like upper body day, and he had his swole on. He was feeling himself. I ain't think he had tattoos on his arm and all that kind of stuff. I didn't really think nothing about it. I'm into my conversation, with my friend. We talking about whatever we talking about, right? So, whenever you're in a situation like that, it gets to the point where it's time to go. And you can kind of feel it. And so we both was ready to roll out of there. I gave her a hug. She walked toward the back of Esoteric where her car was. And if you've never been there before, that's like the old Kroger parking lot. So she walked that way. And I walked to the front to get my Uber. I'd Uber over and back just to make things easy for me. Shout out to Uber drivers out there. They need love too. And I'd say maybe, I don't know, I say 5 minutes just to round it all off. I say about 5 minutes after she left, she called me. And when her name come on my phone, I'm thinking, oh man, she must have lost something. So in those seconds in which my finger was about to hit the button to accept the call, um, I'm looking around to see if I see her purse or a phone or something like that. I'm thinking something like that. And then the other thing I'm thinking, I hope everything is okay, right? Because woman and all that kind of stuff. And hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Maurice. Good morning. And so she calls me and she's like, I got something funny to tell you. I'm like, what is it? And she tells me that as she was leaving the bar, like immediately as she left the bar to go to the back, the same two brothers that was together, they walked past us a couple times. Like I said, I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I'm having a conversation. I didn't know them, made no difference to me. But she told me as she was walking out that she got approached by these same two brothers. And they asked her a question about me. And one of the brothers asked her if I was her uncle or her father. Yeah. I'm like, and she was cracking up about it. And I'm listening to it, and I thought it was humorous too, but I was kind of like in my Omarion, like I was unfazed by it, like, and I told her, I said, that's what men do. It didn't really surprise me and shock me, but I guess they thought she was attractive. And the whole time I was in there with her, they sitting over there thinking about me and her. I had no idea because, like I said, I was oblivious. And again, I wasn't really paying attention to where her eyes were or whatever. It really made no difference to me. My attention was on her and what we was talking about. But looking back, what I realized is that the whole time those brothers was in there, They scoping me out. They looking at who I'm with. I'm with something pretty at the bar. And they thinking, who is this older dude with this younger woman? Like I said, she's in her mid-30s. They're thinking, who is this older gentleman? Who's this older black man with this young girl? How he get her is what they must have been thinking. Like, what? Is she with him? Whatever. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. Again, just completely oblivious. And so basically, they was trying to like diss me in order to like either introduce themselves or to shoot they shot at her. And I just thought it was so hilarious. And again, when she first told me, I was like, oh, really? I told her, I said, men will do anything for Ussy. That's what I told her. I mean, anything. And I thought it was just so interesting. And then later on that night, again, I was kind of tired last night, so I didn't spend too much time on it. But this morning when I woke up, I thought about it. I thought it was hilarious because I sort of pieced it all together. I'm like, wait. So you telling me the whole time in the bar, you focused on me, bro. Shit, you making me feel good. I'm at the bar with something pretty, black female, and you wondering who we are, what's our relationship, and all this other kind of stuff. Now, again, I didn't ask her if it actually worked, so I'm curious. I'll ask her later, like, did you give him your number or whatever, because I'm very curious. And that's my question for the ladies. I'm curious as to how you would handle that. Like, let's say you're in that very same situation. Sakina writes, that's a very common thing, Nathan. It happens way more than you think. I ain't surprised by that, but I'm talking about happening to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about me, right? Deborah writes, LOL, they were focused on her. Yeah, they might have been, but I want to share a little something for my brothers right there, because they asked her whether I was her uncle or father. The answer is no. But brothers, I'm going to be your uncle and your daddy today, because obviously your father didn't teach you how to deal with women. So Uncle Nate's going to teach you. So let's start with number one. All right, let's start with here. There it is. Don't let gray hairs fool you. This is a message from Uncle Nate to the younger brothers out here in the greater Cincinnati area. Don't let gray hairs fool you. Don't let these gray hairs fool you, bro. See, their approach tells me something about them. And what it tells me is that they don't know women. They don't know women. Because if you know women, then you know that there are some women that love this gray hair. They love this. They love an older man. They love what that means to be with an older man. There are plenty, and again, I'm married, but even still, there are plenty of women in their 20s, in their 30s, that love an older gentleman in his 40s, 50s, and maybe even 60s, and depending on his swag and how he carry himself. Don't let these gray hairs fool you. Don't let them fool you, bro. This is my message too. I got to be an uncle to these youngsters out here because they just don't know. I got to hip them to the game. Don't let these gray hairs fool you. Don't think that because a man has gray hairs or in his 40s or his 50s, that means that younger women don't like him. Don't think that. That would be one of the biggest mistakes that you'll ever make in your life. It might be an older gentleman that you never know. Could be with your girl. You never know that. You never know that. There are plenty of women, ladies, back me up on this, of all ages, who find older gentlemen to be very attractive and to find their company to be very good company for a lot of different reasons, not the least of which is that we got more to talk about. That's what I've heard anyway. You know, we've been around more. We got more experience. And don't think that because a man has gray hairs that you can do anything with a woman that he can't do. I mean, because point in fact, I mean, an older man has just been on earth longer. They got more experience. They've been dealing with women longer. They know a woman's better body, a woman's body better in some cases than an older dude may do, than a younger dude may do. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So don't let these gray hairs fool you. That would be a big mistake to the younger brothers. Number two, never judge a book by its cover. You don't know who's sitting at the bar of Esoteric, bro. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know what I've done. You don't know what I'm doing. You have no idea. Older people or people that are more mature will tell you, and because life teaches you some things. You should never judge a book by its cover. Never. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can ever make as a man when you're dealing in the dating game. Don't never, ever, ever judge a book by its cover. You don't know what another man, as I said before, is capable of. You don't know the relationship between men and women. You have no idea. You have no idea whatsoever. Ever. That would be a big, big mistake. And last but not least, when dealing with a woman, just shoot your shot. Just shoot your shot. Like I said, I ain't mad at him because, sis is attractive. She a baddie. I get it. They thought she was attractive. The only thing that I would say to them is leave me out of it. Just shoot your shot at her. It don't matter whether I'm an uncle or a daddy. If you shoot your shot at her, she'll let you know whether she's interested or not. Point in fact is, there are women out there in relationships that are still open to a man shooting a shot. There's women out there in marriages that are open to a man shooting a shot. Trying to down another man so you can introduce yourself to a woman, I just feel like that's what a weak man thinks that a strong man is supposed to act. If that was me in that situation, I never would have mentioned anything. I'm just shoot my shot straight at her. If she like it, she like it. If she gonna go for it, she gonna go for it. If I'm her uncle, I'm her uncle. If I'm her older dude, I'm her older dude. It don't really make a difference to a woman. But again, the whole interaction just made me realize just how little that these brothers know about women. Because as I said, if you know anything about a woman, this right here, this is an asset. That's an asset, bro. That's an asset. That is not a detriment at all. And women like all types of different men. It just depends on the brother. It depends on the man and his swag and the way he carry himself and the way he talked to her and all the other things that women look at. I don't need to get into it. But ladies, here's what I want to know. The question is for you. What I would like to know is, I just explained the situation for you. If you were, and again, in no way, I have no issue with my female friend. I don't know if she gave them the number. They could have talked. I have no idea. I'll ask her later. And I have no fault on her. I mean, she do what she want to do. She a grown single woman. But I like to know, if a man, if you were in that same situation and a brother or brothers, and it was two of them, so it's some weak ass man-ish, because some men are like that. Like, they get with their boy, and they with their boy, and they both putting batteries in each other's back, all that kind of nonsense. I understand. I've been there, done all of that. I get it. But I like to know from the ladies, would that be an impressive opening line to you? If a man approached you in that exact situation, what would you do? I like to know. If a man approached you in that same exact scenario, you at the bar with a gentleman, let's say you younger, he older, you get up and walk out, and she walking out the back door. I mean, what kind of bottom feeder move is that? It just seemed weak to me, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do out here in the game. I get it. But ladies, I'd like to know, how would you handle this? How would you handle this? Would that be impressive to you? And on the phone, we chuckled about it. And I think what really struck her is just the quickness in which they were pouncing on her. Like, from the way she talked, as soon as she walked to the back door, they was at her. They was at her. So on some levels, and here's the other thing. She told me that one of the dudes, these are local dudes, and I hope they see this because Cincinnati is small. She told me that one of the dudes, when he introduced himself, he works with like a black sort of focused organization. And she told him, like, well, oh, you doing that? Well, you need to call dude. You know who that is? Oh, you don't know? Maybe y'all can work together. He can put some exposure on what you're doing. And I don't know what the conversation, how the conversation went after that. But I'd like to know, ladies, if you're in that situation, how would you handle this? Would that be impressive to you? Would you be like, oh man, damn, oh, that's an alpha male right there? I don't know. Again, I'm not in any way assessing any kind of blame or judgment. I'm just really, really curious. And I thought it was hilarious that it went down like that yesterday. And again, I was over at Esoteric. Check them out. It's a great spot. Even though I don't drink alcohol, I had a good time over there, and I'll be back. And then looking back, what I remember is it was two of them. It was a little fella, and in no way am I saying anything around short men. And then His buddy was a little taller, and again, it looked like it was upper body day because he's strutting through. And again, you notice these things. These things don't mean a damn thing to me whatsoever. So they didn't speak. We didn't speak. All right, we just kept it moving with the conversation. And looking back, some of the body language, because again, when you're a mature gentleman such as myself, I done been in so many different situations. There's very few things that surprise me or shake me. But looking back, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it was all about. You know, we sitting right there at the corner of the bar. He's strutting past, peacocking. I ain't paying no attention to the shit. I don't know if she did. I have to ask her about it. And looking back, I'm like, damn, I feel kind of good. Like, shit, I'm the star in the room. Yo, check it. When I walk into a room, I don't give a damn who's in the room with whoever they with. I don't care. I don't think shit about it. Oh, that's an attractive woman. I'll just keep on going. And then here's the thing to the brothers, and I hope they see this. To the brothers, let's say that was my lady. I'm smashing that. Let's say I am. None of your business. You gonna wait till she go out the back door to try to get at her? And again, I know the game. That's what some men will do anything for the ussy. Anything. There's no rules. There's no chivalry. It don't matter. I get it. Every man is built differently. And it's really incumbent upon the woman, the lady, to decide as to whether, she gonna give him the time of day or not. And again, I haven't talked to her, so I don't really know. But I want to get your thoughts about it. I thought it was hilarious. I wanted to share with you. And I want to make sure I put these rules out here. And let me take it from the top. Number one, to the youngsters out there, don't let gray hairs fool you. You might be surprised. You might be surprised. I'll just put it like that. You might be surprised. In fact, you would be surprised. Number two, never judge a book by the cover. You don't know who's sitting in the bar in these Cincinnati establishments. You don't know who these men are, who these women are. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what I'm packing. You don't know what's going on. You have no idea whatsoever. You don't know what I've done. You don't know what I'm doing. You have no idea. And you sitting over here judging me from afar because I'm sitting with something pretty at the bar. That rhymes. I like that. When it rhymes, that means it's right. And then number three, and maybe most importantly, to the youngsters out here, when you're dealing with a woman, just shoot your shot. So, like she said, she told me that he works in does something with the Black community, some kind of organization here, all that kind of stuff. And that's great. Hey, if you watch it, hit me up. You can come on the show. We can talk about it. Anything that supports our community, I'm with it. But you pro-Black, but then you're going to try to down the Black man to get with the Black woman. Again, that's what a weak man thinks that a strong man does. Yeah, strong men don't have to do that. Alphas and Sigmas don't do that. We just shoot our shot directly at a woman, and she makes her decision. Simple as that. That's the way it's always been, the way it's always going to be. Simple as that. But again, let me go to the comments, y'all. Ladies, I want to know what you think. Maurice writes, I've been there. Really? On what side, Maurice? Sakina writes, that happens a lot. Does it? Shit, first time it happened to me, I had to share with you. Akeem writes, facts. Lames will do anything for ussy. Yeah, lame. A weak man will do anything for ussy. I'm way past those days. Way past that. Again, a real man stands for something more than money, home, and clothes. Let me see. But again, my friend is a baddie. I give her that. She is a baddie. She most certainly is. She a head turner. I'll give her that. But there's a lot of head turners out here. You know what I'm saying? Maurice writes, got to be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, but I ain't worried about nothing. Sean writes, those dudes were lame AF. Marisa writes, what happened? What did I miss? Okay, let me take it from the top, Marisha, because you're here, and I want to get your thoughts about this. So this just happened yesterday. I was over at Esoteric yesterday, and we met at about 2:30, and we left at about 5:30. So we were over there for about 3 hours. I met with a female friend of mine, and we're working on a business endeavor together. And we met. We sat at the bar together. She's in her early 30s. She's a baddie. I'll give her that. She's a looker. And we were sitting close, talking, having a good conversation. And at the end of the conversation, you know how it is. Sometimes you're like, oh, my ass, I got to get up. It's time to go home. I got something to do. I gave her a hug. She went to the back of Esoteric, which you've never been there before, faces the old Kroger parking lot back there. They got some outdoor seating back there. And she had parked back there. So she walked that way, and I walked to the front to get my Uber. And like it might have been 4 minutes, 5 minutes after she walked out the door, she called me. I'm like, what the hell? I started looking around like maybe she had left her purse or left something like that. And then I started getting a little concerned, like, damn, what happened? Right. And she's cracking up on the phone. She's like, I got to tell you what just happened. And she told me that when she walked out the back door, two young brothers younger than me approached her and asked her if I was her uncle or her father, on some trying to diss me to introduce themselves to her type ish. I guess they was trying to, shoot they shot. And she thought it was hilarious. In the moment, I wasn't shocked. I was on some Omarion. I mean, I ain't feel no ways. That's what men and women do. That's what niggas do. I told her on the phone, I was like, that's what niggas do. And niggas do anything for some ussy. So I wasn't surprised by it. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, that must have been the brothers one of the brothers was peacocking, walking through, he works out. He's got tattoos. Like everybody don't have tattoos and work out these days. Some of these brothers, man, they think the smallest thing means something, and they just don't know women. They just don't know women. And again, I don't know all of the story. I don't know if she gave him the number or not. That's her deal. What I would say, and I'd be very interested in hearing this, and I'm gonna ask her this, is to me, that's a naivete. I won't say it's a character defect, but it's like a young man, less mature type of way of looking at things. Because as a mature man, what you understand is that this right here, all this gray, oh my gosh, this is an asset. Women love this of all ages, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. This ain't nothing. That just says that you lived a good life and you've got some experience. That's it. Nothing more than that. And so we had a good laugh about it. I woke up this morning. I told the wifey, we have been cracking up ever since. We have been cracking up. And I was like, I'm going to do a video about it. She's like, you should do a video. So here I am doing a video. Georgette writes, they felt threatened by you. I don't know if they felt threatened, but they definitely felt something. They definitely felt something because they was all worried about your boy over here who I'm with. They definitely felt something. Naisha writes, I love older men. It's none of their business. Right, it's none of your damn business. If that was me in that situation, in same situation, I'm them, I never would have mentioned who they was with because I don't need to know that. Point in fact and plain is it really don't matter. If a woman's open to a man's advances, it don't matter whether she's married. It don't matter whether she's a newlywed. It don't matter whether she's a long-term boyfriend. It don't matter whether you got kids with her. If she open to it, she open to it. Just shoot your shot directly to her. Say without trying to diss another man. I think that was weak, in my opinion. Deborah writes, are you considered an older gentleman? You not that old to be considered out of the game to somebody who doesn't know you. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. Sakina writes, salt and pepper beers are sexy. Sakina, that's my knowledge. Somebody will tell these youngsters, because it won't be me because I'm married, but it'll be a dude just like me that's spending time with your lady. And you don't know about it. You better tell these youngsters before they get their feelings hurt. It'll be somebody just like me. It won't be me. It'll be somebody just like me. Your feelings you'll be all in your feelings. What he got, I don't got. He got this. He got years of experience with a woman. 15 years, 20 years more experience than you have in terms of dealing with a woman's body, dealing with a woman's personality. You can't beat that just because you in your 30s. Because you got a tattoo. Because you work out. Everybody work out. Tell these youngsters. Tell them. I can't take calls because I'm on IG right now. And maybe I should get up. I got one person on IG, but I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to keep it there because we'll get people later. Let me see. Sean writes, those guys are 100% beta males. I'm here trying to teach. I don't know these brothers. I'm sure they're very accomplished. I would say that the behavior was beta male-ish. The behavior was beta male-ish. You waiting for her to come out the back door so you can shoot your shot Now, what would have happened if I would have came through the back door too? What you gonna do then? Oh, my bad, dude. I mean, come on, man. Have some damn integrity. Have some damn integrity. I keep telling you what men don't know about women could fill the Grand Canyon. Correct, Amundo. What's up, Jason? Sakina writes, but to answer your question, any man that tries to talk to me about saying anything derogatory about another man in the process is a huge turnoff and a red flag. Somebody better tell these youngsters. Better tell them. Talking about, is he your uncle or your father? No. To them brothers, I'm your uncle today. I'm your father this afternoon. I'm going to teach you because your father didn't teach you and your uncle didn't teach you how to deal with women. So I'm going to teach you how to deal with women this afternoon. I hope that this video reaches them because I know they live in Cincinnati and Cincinnati is very small. So please share this with as many spaces as possible because when they see this video, they're going to know I'm talking about you, bro. I'm talking about you, youngster. To grab a seat and let Uncle Nate teach you this afternoon, really this morning. Akeem writes, oh, Millennium Black brothers with no game. Jerome writes, I am 62 years old and all great. It happens to me all the time with my family, but I don't look 62. Deborah writes, the question is, why would a man even approach a woman after seeing her in a long conversation with somebody else? Correct, Amundo. So you pro-black. That's what they said. She told me they do something with a black organization here. And that's great. You know, if it's what I think it is, great work. I love it. You so pro-black that you're going to try to approach the black woman that's sitting with the black man at the bar. What? But they think it's a game. Be careful, because the same thing that make you laugh can make you cry. Deborah writes, why didn't you walk into the car? You know what, Deborah? In hindsight, I should have. You're right about that. Deborah writes, men don't care. She writes, this is how men are. Kamara writes, sounds very dangerous, especially walking to the car by yourself. I bet she wasn't impressed by their approach. In hindsight, my mistake is I should have walked my friend to the car. You're absolutely right about that. I should have walked into the car just to make sure. But it was light of day, and I'm thinking about the next thing. That was my mistake. I won't make that mistake again. But I'm very curious. I haven't asked my friend this. Again, she a baddie. I get it. Go right at it. You know, she do what she want to do. I have nothing to say about it. That's not my lane. Wish you the best. But I'm curious as to how women would perceive that. If you're in that situation, would you be impressed by that? Would you be turned off by that? Would you give them your number? Would you not give them a number? How would you impress that? I mean, how would you look at that? I'm very curious. Very, very curious. Jenny has to go. And my time is short. You got me for a couple more minutes. And I'm going to roll out of here. Sean writes, women have to go through so much. It is ridiculous to all of the BS women deal with on the regular from thirsty guys. No more respect. These guys did not demonstrate that her safety was the most important aspect of potential engagement. I haven't asked her about the safety aspect, but I will. Most definitely. John writes, this is hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. I'll be honest with you. It was hilarious and I was flattered. I'll be honest with you. I was flattered and I'm in the bar with a friend and I'm the star of the show. We the stars of the show. I'm thinking you over here doing your own thing. You worried about what we talking about. You worried about what we doing. You worried about what my relationship is with her. I'm thinking I try to put myself in situations. That's part of what makes me good as a talk show host. I'm like, in the reverse situation, I don't care. I'm not thinking about it one bit. She is focused on that man. I don't care if it's your father, your stepfather, your baby daddy. It would make no difference to me whatsoever. I wouldn't think anything about it. I wouldn't think anything. But afterward, I was flattered. I'm like, damn, shit. They must have seen something. Thank you. But listen, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. It's just something that happened today, and I wanted to share with you. But again, let's take it from the top. Number one, to all the younger brothers out there, or the less mature brothers, or the millennial brothers, or however you want to look at it. Number one, don't let gray hairs fool you. Don't let that fool you, bro. Don't let it fool you. There are plenty of women that love older men. They love the gray hair. Older men and typically are more established. Younger dudes are talking about what they want to do. Older dudes are already doing it or already have done it. Older men have more experience. Older men have more experience with women. And a man in his 40s, 50s, and 60s, heterosexual, has just spent more time with women. You can't beat that. I'm sorry, bro. Number two, never judge a book by its cover. You don't know who's at the bar. You don't know who's who. Like I keep telling people, and this isn't me, but I know millionaires that walk around this city and you would never know it based upon what they drive and how they walk around. You don't know what somebody has done sitting at the bar in this city. You have no idea. You have no idea. Be careful of that. And number three, when dealing with a woman, and say it with me, just shoot your shot. That's it. All right. Have an excellent rest of your weekend. I appreciate you checking this out. Please share, because I'm hoping that these brothers will actually see this stream and learn from it. And if they don't see it, then maybe some other brothers might see it and learn something from Uncle Nate. I'm your uncle today. And with that, I'm out.